Hello, everyone. This is Gayle, and welcome to my hashtag Be Bodacious channel. I see that tonight we are already joined by Lori Jean. So, hi, Lori Jean. And we have Candy, the wee service dog, in the house, who is also named Laurel. And I am just now sharing this link to the group. I had it posted to schedule automatically. It's like one of the first ones that I've done that was going to schedule automatically, and it didn't. So that is totally on me. So I'm sorry about that. I'm just learning how to do some of these new fangled things like schedule. So, all right, we have an unboxing tonight that we're going to do. It's on a Selfie Stick tripod. I've lost yet another one of mine. I don't know why. Don't know what happened to this one. It was actually one of my favorites. It's a Selfie Stick, a tripod that had a light on it. And I use the light for lots of things because Selfie Stick tripods are not just for selfies. That is the primary thing, of course. But you can do some more than that with them. So we're going to talk about some of that right now. And let me go through into the comments here and get those up. And I have for next week, we are going to be joined by a special guest, and that is going to be Candy, the wee service dog. There you go, right here. Candy, the wee service dog. She's going to be on here next week. She does some crochet and some crafts. And one of the things is about the kind of crafts she does is crochet when you go traveling. That's something easy to pack to take with you. I'm going to be relearning some of that, but I never was very good. She's a pro. Not only is that, but she's also an artist. So she's got lots of good things to share with us next week. I think you all are going to really enjoy that. So we have Lori Jean saying, yes, I only use my selfie stick because, and then she says, Gayle kept making it interesting, showing her tripod videos. Yay, I'm glad you like that. And Candy is saying hello. So hello to both of you. Hi and welcome. So I ordered this from Amazon and I've got it linked below. So if you guys order from Amazon and you think you're interested in a selfie stick, check out that link. So some of the things that I use the selfie stick for are, of course, selfies. That's the primary thing. But also making other videos, anything that I need to be able to have really steady, I use a selfie stick for. Now, it's made, selfie sticks are, of course, designed, wow, they pack this good. Selfie sticks, are, of course, are designed to be used with cell phones. But you can also usually take your webcam and mount it. I forgot my phone. Okay. You can also take your webcam and mount it onto the selfie stick tripod, which is actually what I'm doing right now. The other thing that you can do is with a lighted selfie stick, it does provide light, so you can use it as a low-level flashlight if you need to. Also, we had some things with our van going on, and we thought we had cats underneath the van. But I was having a really hard time with getting down and getting back up again. So what I did there was I got out my selfie stick tripod with the light and I shined it underneath the van because you can configure the tripod for different angles and so forth. And I did that while, forgive me, my husband went around and he beat on the top of the van to make noise to hopefully scare anything out that was underneath there. And fortunately, whoops, wrong button. Okay. Fortunately, there was not anything under that, but the selfie stick would have helped me see it. Also, it's good for groups, and it's good as a little nightlight. If you are out camping or traveling and you just want a little nightlight, none of the selfie sticks that I've had have lasted like all night, but several hours they've lasted. So I've used them for that purpose too. So if you travel and you've got a selfie stick, you've got several things, several options there. Great, thank you. I'm wearing my Be Bodacious shirt here. Candy was noticing that, and she said she liked it, so I appreciate that. What I did on this, Candy, you're gonna probably appreciate what I'm about to say. These shirts were really expensive to get them printed, so last summer I decided I would take matters into my own hands, and I got a stamp made through Zazzle, and that's a store where I sell some of my things, but I got it made through Zazzle, and I'm stamping my own shirts. Now, this one was stamped last summer, so it's a little faded, but you can get the die pads with permanent dies and then iron it down. And like I said, this is last summer, so I'm pretty pleased with it. So it's a good way to put my logo on things without spending more money than I really have, and especially these days, you got to save money where you can, right? So, all right. So let me go ahead and get back to the selfie stick here. Selfie stick tripod. Like I said, there's a few other things there that you can do with it. Use it as a flashlight, use it as a nightlight, use it to hold the webcam, several different things, and of course, selfies. Also, it's good for groups when you're trying to get everybody in a group shot. You can't always get everybody in. And when you set up your selfie stick tripod, then you can see if everybody's in the picture. And with the remote, you can snap it when everybody is together. So, but I like these things. Use them a lot. And unfortunately, I lose them a lot. Also, let me just make sure that I tell you this is not sponsored, okay? This is my own purchased product. No freebies, no sponsorships. So one of the reasons why I was drawn to this particular tripod is because it's not black, and everything that I own that's gear for vlogging seems to be black. And if you are out and you are traveling and you are digging for a black tripod in the middle of a dark backpack, forget it. So I got the white. I hope it works better. Okay, so this has got several pieces of info and stuff in here. Let me see what's in the box. Okay, we've got what looks like an owner's manual with directions. So we have that right there, the user manual. There's some kind of card here. Let's say it says, contact us on Amazon. Simply go to your Amazon order page and send us a message by email. We'll respond. That's if you need warranty service. So good. And it's also pointing out the handle for the Bluetooth. The handle is a Bluetooth shutter release, which can either be used in the handle or removed and used as a remote shutter release. And it says at the bottom end, you can unclip the three legs to get to a tabletop tripod. And it says to please use it on a flat surface. So that's one thing to always keep in mind. When you're using a selfie stick tripod, is a flat surface works the best. If you're not on a flat surface, if it's a little rocky, you can still sometimes do that. But what you'll need to do is put some kind of weight around the tripod feet to literally hold the tripod in place. You'll also have to do that sometimes on windy days just because it can blow. So a couple of things to keep in mind there. But for weight, you can use a backpack. You can use any kind of your handbag. If you have a book, just anything that's going to give it weight, or even a couple of extra rocks. All right, so we have the stick, and it came with a cord, and it came with something I just dropped. And that looks like a battery. And I don't this is the light. I don't really know how to charge this or do this yet. Like I said, I am just now unboxing it, and they're all a little different. So Peter's saying he hangs it in the tree. Okay, good deal. And let's see. And no, Peter, I did not. And here is why. I could not find your channel. So I don't know what's up with that. So if you could, like, I don't know, comment on something and give me your channel from that so I know I'm hitting the right one. I could not find your comments. I don't know. I may see now what's going on. I am not necessarily, I may not be putting, I know I'm not putting the dash in between Spider-Man the hero, and I had it all as one word. So I don't know if that was enough to throw off the Google algorithm or not, but I do want to see it, so I will try it again. Okay. All right, so we need to start charging this. So I'm just going to plug this into down here and see if we can start that, because this thing, yeah, it is not coming on. Oh, and another feature that I like, the on and off switch here, it's protected. So you're not as likely to bump it against something when it's in your purse. Or at least that's my theory. So I'm going to plug it into the computer, start it charging. We'll see where it is by the end of the hour here. Okay, and this is interesting. Let me undo this. It doesn't want to go in there. Okay. There we go. It's in there now. You have to press this in very firmly to get it in there. This was $14.99. And there are other kinds. This one just had some of the features that I liked. So, and it was white, which was like the primary factor. Okay, so here we go. Just the regular here. These flip up instead of screwing in, because I did the review and unboxing once before where it had it twisted down. This one has the little flaps. Now I like this, but I also like the twisted. The big thing that I want to know is, does this feel tight when it raises and lowers? If not, your cell phone will go flying somewhere when you go to use it, and it won't hold. This feels very firm, very tight. I'll hold it up so hopefully you can see better. Whoops. And you can do not just horizontal and portrait, which is straight up and down, but it can be put in other configurations too. So if you like that, it's designed so it can go, I guess that's what, I don't know what angle that is, but whatever angle this is. So it snaps into place there. I really like the feel of it. It feels solid, which is super nice because you want solid. You don't want it to be super lightweight. It's going to break the minute you put your phone on it. You don't want that. So this feels solid. I like the way, put the clips down and it folds. So here it is next to my hand to give you some comparison on the size there. It is thick through here. That's a sign of stability. Now, not everybody's going to like this because it looks like it is a little bit big to carry, but it doesn't feel flimsy. So let me see. This feels good, not too loose, not too tight. It does have the knob, so you can adjust it, which is good. And it feels like it's going to be solid there. Pulling it out. It's got a pretty good length on it. How much of a length has it got? Let's see here. I could almost get in a sword fight with this thing. I am well away from the camera, so it's got a pretty good length on it. Of course, you hold it out from your arm, you've got another 3 feet. So I think I'm looking probably easily, I'm going to say 10 feet from the tip of my shoulder to the tip where the cell phone would be. Now, I cannot try a cell phone in this right now while we're talking, and that reason is I'm using my cell phone in the other room. I said using. I'm not using. It is charging in the other room. I don't know where using came from. Sorry about that. Anyway, it slides in and out. It feels like it's going to be good and firm. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. You see how it's going to be to sit. I'm going to like this, and I can already tell you why. This stand feels firm. I keep saying that, but it works. It doesn't feel like it's going to, give when I put the cell phone on it. The one thing I noticed straight off, though, that I like to do sometimes is there on some tripods, selfie stick tripods, there is a mount that goes right here so you can put a camcorder on it if you're vlogging. This one does not have that. And the top doesn't screw on and off, so it's really solid. So yeah, I think I'm going to like that. This is good and firm in there. And that's important because you don't want to lose it. So I like that a lot. But it can come out. So you can insert the battery and change that out. I can't tell you how delighted I am that this fits so firmly in the tripod, because I just had to get a replacement the other day because some of them are just not secure in the tripod, and you go around and you're having to dig in your purse trying to find it, or you go to take it out and you realize that it is not in your purse any longer because it has fallen out somewhere from the stick. Now this is nice. It's already got a battery in it. And I have this battery. So that's nice. It looks like it's going to be a spare. It comes on. It's trying to pair with Bluetooth. Since I don't have my cell phone, what I'm going to do is try to pair it with the Bluetooth on my computer. And we will see how that goes. Okay, it has paired, and it says install your device and so forth, but it says paired, so I don't know why I'm getting both messages, so that's good. Okay, thank you, Peter, very much for coming in. Laurel has just sent me your link, so I will get to that, and when I see it, I'll leave you a comment. So, thank you. So, okay, let me turn this off. Okay, so that is back on there. And this has got a red light. I'm going to plug it up over here and see if I can show you. I've got a little bit longer cord over here. I'm going to try plugging this in so that way you can see that it has a light that lets you know it's charging. Not all selfie sticks do. Not every device does, actually. And it drives me crazy. How do you all feel when you have something and it doesn't light up to let you know it's charging? Does it drive you all crazy too? Let me know. You can drop a comment there. I've got a thing over here. There we go. And voila, you can see that it is indeed charging. So there we go. So that's the latest on my piece of vlogging equipment. So I'm really optimistic. By Saturday, I will be able to let you know exactly how this piece of equipment's doing, because I like my selfie stick tripods. The other thing that I did, going back to alternate uses for a tripod, the other thing that I did with mine is when I was out in the van and I just wanted a little bit of light, I didn't necessarily want a whole lot, I would take my light from my selfie stick and use it to read my book with. Because there are some times where, you just don't want to leave a big overhead light on. You just want a little light on your book. So I use my selfie stick for that too. So yeah. So what do you all think? Oh, we got Valerie Reese in the house. So hi, Valerie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just did an unboxing here on the selfie stick. And let's see, I shared with the others, but I'm going to let you know too that Laurel next week is going to be in here. And we're going to talk about some of the things that she does and that she's enjoying, which one of the things is crochet. And I know that's one of the things that Valerie likes to do too. So y'all, in the meantime, check out their channels so you can get an idea of what they both do. Certainly Laurel, because she's going to be here next week, and also Valerie, because if you'd like to crochet, because she does too. Lori says she's learned how to use hers, and she says thanks to me, so thank you. I hope it helps. And she says so excited she'll be taking pictures. So yay! And I got to tell you, these little remotes on these things, they are wonderful. I was so excited the other day because a remote came with my little tripod mount that I'd purchased. And I got to tell you, I really like it. I like remotes in general, but, I'm really glad that I had the extra one that came with this little mount. So, because, it didn't take but a minute to pair it. Just like you saw here, it didn't take even a minute, to pair this with my computer. So I'll be able to tell you next week how it all comes down, how it all works. So, but have you used yours at all yet, Lori? Or is it something you're going to be doing? I'm just curious. So I'm excited. I really wish, though, that I didn't lose so much. That would make my life easier and cheaper. But the other thing about these lights, they help so much. If you're doing a selfie in a low light setting, these things are worth their weight in gold. And let's see. This says it expands to 104 centimeters. I'm going to see what that translates to. Okay, so that expands to 40 inches, 40.94. Which translates to just a little over 3.5 feet, 3.41 feet. So I was a little wrong on my estimate because my arm's about 3 feet. So I'm adding just a touch over 3 feet to it. So that gives me a little over 6 feet length. So I am no good on judging lengths. I guess. But, there we go. And that's a good long spread. You get some extra length just using it like that without even extending it. So I did kind of question the 104 centimeters, though. I'm going to measure it just to see. Let me see if I have a measuring tape. Sometimes I have one from doing crafts just stuck here in my junk drawer. So I do not. All right. So I'm going to measure this, and when I do an actual review on it, I'll make sure to put that in there because it's kind of important. Yep. No, not even shoved in the very back there. Oh well. I will get that though. Whoa. Is that loud? Opening, closing the drawer there. Sorry about that. So anyhow, that's where I am this week. I hope this goes well. I'm optimistic. So what are you all doing? How is your weather? How is life? I know here our weather isn't bad. I was actually able to work out in the van today, which has not happened. I cannot remember my zip code. 24210. Okay. 70 is what this is saying. So I'll take it. I will take it. Anything's better than snow, right? Okay, Peter Parker is back. So hi and welcome back, Peter. And 55 above here, it's hot. Now, 55 is not super hot. That's kind of like getting toward pleasantly warm. Google says 40.945 in inches, Gayle. Okay, there we go. And that works out, when you divide it by 12, that works out to a little over 3 feet, because 3 feet being the 36 inches. So that's a really good length. I do kind of question that, though. At least it just seems like it's a lot more than a foot. But I'll have to measure it and find out. I mean, a lot more than 3 foot, but I'll have to measure it. So I really thought I had a measuring tape in here. Oh well, I'll get it. And let's see. Negative 30 last week, Peter says. Ow. That's physically painful there. Valerie says it was beautiful, and she went to visit David and pick up some school supplies for missions. So yay! School supplies for missions is a big deal because there is a lot of fun excitement that comes with getting your first school stuff of the year. And we always say the first school stuff of the year because it starts the school year. But if you think about it, I mean, those things are only a couple of months old. The kids were just using them 2 months ago. But there's something about just getting a new set of everything that's like the coolest thing ever, or one of the coolest things ever, as a kid. And let's see. Stellar Piper's in the house. So hi, Stellar. She says she's been cutting fabric for a project. Finished one, starting another. Huh? Good deal. I am glad it is going well. It sounds like it's going well anyway. So, I tell you, spring, which we're coming into, finally, thankfully, that's just the time to get everything ready for summer. So projects, crochet that Laurel's doing, the knitting that Valerie's doing, the other artwork, You know, like I said, I was out working in the van today. Thank goodness. I'll be glad to get that back on the road. Because our van right now, my camper van that I just love, we have gutted it. And if you're on Facebook with me, you've probably seen some of the photos. But we are totally redoing the inside of the van. So I've been real excited to work on that. But we got these new tools. Whoops! We got these new tools that are so cool. They are gauges that you use for contour, measuring contour. So it makes life so much easier. It's because otherwise, you know, I was having to go in there and I was having to scribe everything. And that gets old. That gets real old. So I'm going to show you these little gadgets because I just think they're cool. I don't like them as much as I do my tripods, though. Just saying. Let's see. So this will help me get a little, whoops, I'm dropping it. So obviously not the best on doing the video. I was just trying to show my husband how it works. But you just push these things up to the wall and they conform and makes it so much simpler. So much simpler. So hopefully with the help of these little gauges, we'll be able to get back on the road a little sooner because we took the van down in the fall before we realized that I had a breast issue. So it's been down for quite some time and it's making me twitchy. So got to get it going. It'll just be good to be back on the road because I get itchy feet. I don't like staying in one's place. So anyhow, I was looking to see if I had any pictures because what we've done for insulation, we added that to the van. I get these misfit boxes with, you know, fruit and veggies and stuff in it. It comes every week. But I wanted more insulation in the van than what we have because I've got a layer of Reflectix. I've got a couple of layers of the 1-inch styrofoam insulation in there. And so I wanted a couple more layers of insulation. But I'm too cheap to go out and buy some and slightly broke. So I've been using the insulation out of the Misfits boxes. And it's worked really well. So free insulation or cheap. So if you all are ever working on a project and you want insulation for it, you can, if you know someone that gets a food delivery box, you can talk to them, or if you get a box, you can save it. It feels like the batting that comes for quilts, a little polyester batting. And I know I talked about this before, and Laurel brought up wanting to make sure it was going to be safe in heat. And Laurel, I was able to look it up and finally found something that mentions that the insulation, that this should be fine for heat. So I have less concern. But yeah, there are times where we just need a little padding for something, and that stuff works great. I mean, like for packages too. I use some in a package to just cushion everything. So, yeah. And if you're going to make a solar oven, I don't know who all is in here is interested in making a solar oven, but it's going to be good insulation for that too. Stellar Piper, it may be something you want to look into for the folks who are on the street that you work with. So, and if you do decide to look into it and you need some, I will be glad to send it to you. So, y'all have to pay the postage on it, but I don't care at all to roll it up and send it. Because, yeah, Valerie's saying it's a great way to recycle. And I totally agree because you want to recycle as much as you can, or I do anyway. The whole reduce and reuse thing. And let's see. Did I know that I needed to calibrate my monitor? Yes. Have I done it in like forever? No. So, yeah, to get the best, I might just shut down. Oh, to get the best color when you're looking at your monitor and you want to match color that you're printing on your printer, it helps to calibrate it. So that's what he was talking about. And there's different ways you can do it, but Windows has a calibration tool, which helps. But yeah, back in college, when I was taking the photography class, we had to calibrate the monitors. So I don't think I've done that since possibly since leaving class. Definitely not on the new ones. Oh, I probably need to do that. And let's see, Candy says, mine is not because it has foil coating on the outside, but bubble wrap on the inside. That's why it's not safe to use heat. Okay. See, this one didn't have any kind of foil. So no mylar, no foil, anything like that. It's just straight, plain. It's got plastic on either side of it, but you can peel the plastic off. Usually, sometimes it sticks, but usually it comes off. So if you want to take it off. Now for the van, I just left it on. I thought maybe it would give me a little bit of moisture on the inside of the van. It tends to build up with moisture. So I thought that leaving the plastic on the outside would maybe help, some of that moisture getting in the walls. That's the hope anyway. We'll see. We'll find out during our next van reincarnation. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I'll finally be able to get a bathroom in the van, which is a very big deal. Okay, Valerie has a premiere on her channel at 9 p.m. tonight if anyone is interested. We will have to, I'll make a note of that. So, yeah. What is your premiere on? You can let us know. Candy says the foil is safe, but not the bubble wrap. Okay, yeah, this isn't the bubble wrap. This is just the polyester. I tell you what, give me just a second and I'll go get it and I can show you better. So just and I'll be honest with you, I did not just turn off. Whoops. I'll be honest with you, I did not just leave just to get you this. I was starting to cough. I didn't want to cough in your faces. So, oh, Valerie is going to share her premiere about diving in St. Lucia. That is going to be cool. So I will make a note and be there at 9 o'clock on her channel. That's Eastern time, folks. Yeah, you didn't lose me just for a second. 611. I don't know what 611 is all about there. Okay. But on the insulation, excuse me, as I once again try not to cough, on the insulation, this is just the plastic on each side, and you can peel the plastic. And I've kind of wondered, and this is something that you all will probably have to see to comment on, but I kind of wonder if this could be used inside blankets, like if you do a blanket for the homeless, if it could be used in something like that. Obviously, you're going to want to peel the plastic off of both sides, but it really feels like a kind of a stiffer batting like that. Laurel, if I send you a piece, do you think you could look at it and give me your opinion on that? Valerie, what do you think? Because I get these every week. So after the van is done, I'm going to still be looking for uses for these. So if you guys think that'll work, I will, look about that. Okay, good. I will send you some and you can tell me what you think. So Laurel says yes. So good. Ah, thank you. Look what hubby's returning. I guess we know why I could not find it, I do not know if it is fireproof. It does not say. Compliance with Federal Trade Commission codes, curbside recyclable, insulates, cushions, protects, thermalshipping.com, U.S. and international patent pending, insulate, cushions, protects. Yeah, it does not say. It doesn't say. So I cannot answer that. So. And let's see. That's the same one you have. Yay, I guess. I'll send you a piece of my Amazon Fresh insulation. Yeah, we can compare it. That'll be good. Now, something else I did with this stuff is I have used it. I recovered a chair, and so I use this on top of, there's the foam cushion, but usually you put a piece of batting or something like that on top of the foam cushion. So I use this instead, and I did peel the plastic off for that. That's how I knew it would come off. I can save you some if I want. Sure. I'll be glad to, because if it can be used like in blankets, especially, for homeless or people who are in difficult circumstances, large quilts, things like that, then I want somebody to use it so it's not just here, collecting dust. And let's see, Stellar says, y'all, I've been trying to cut out this fabric and just realized I should have folded it in half and be done with it. Stellar, that is the way it goes. I think we've all been there, right, you all? Okay, so since this has been returned, I'm going to measure this selfie stick. We'll see how long it is. And I'm going to measure from right here because that is where the phone would go. At least I'm going to try to. I wondered where this went. Now we know. Okay, so if I can get this to stick on there, I'm going to measure it. Okay, this is actually measuring pretty true to what they said. I've got like 41 inches. Whoops. I've actually got just a smidge over 41 inches, like 41 and a half. So that's pretty true. It just seemed longer. So what's 42 divided by 12? Yeah, it's 3.5 feet. So yeah, pretty close to what they said. So it just seems a lot longer than that. And of course, once you add the length of your arm to it, so yeah, so about 6 feet, six and a half, depending on how long your arm is. I've read several times that the average is for a human arm is around 36 inches. So yeah, so that's a good length. So Peter's saying 4 feet long. Yeah, not quite. We're off by a few inches, but that's okay. Ha. I can't believe he had this. But I guess it's fair. I steal his tools too. What you gonna do? So anyway, Stellar's been trying to cut out fabric and just realized she should have folded it in half. For measuring help and all kinds of crafts help, we've got two people in here that can probably answer your questions really well. Now, Stellar, on you're making a bag. Are you going to line it with anything, or do you know yet? And Stellar has just gotten a sewing machine. This is like her second sewing machine that is her own to use. The first one being one that I picked up for her at a yard sale, and it was like 8 inches long, and it was one of those miniature sewing machines. But I figured, hey, it was going to be good for hemming clothes and stuff like that back when she was in a college dorm. And I think it stayed in the box until it went into the next yard sale. You got to pass these blessings along, right? Ah, okay. This is going to be interesting. Ah, that'll be cool. She's working on a blanket for baby. So that's going to be cool. Okay. Hobby Lobby. Aw, Winnie the Pooh. Aw. You're going to have to show that to us when you're done, just because it's Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. That'll be good. That is one thing. I have not been in Hobby Lobby much lately because it is such a dangerous place for me. I went into Walmart in the craft section, and that alone started getting me in trouble. I should have given it up for Lent, is what I should have. I should have given up trips to Hobby Lobby and just said, I'm doing it for Lent. Because it's dangerous. I went in, I got to do a project with ladies at a ladies' conference, and I got to teach them how to make some jewelry. And honestly, when I went in there, my little head just started spinning. It's like a swivel, you know? So, yeah, it was crazy. Everybody had a good time, but I almost bought like way too many supplies that I needed. And I just wanted one little pack of earring backs. So I got in and I got out. Valerie says Joanne Fabrics is her weakness too. Good deal, Stellar. Fortunately / unfortunately, neither one of them are too close to me. Hobby Lobby is the closest, but Joanne's, fortunately, is a little bit farther away. If the two of them were close together, oh my stars. Okay, Stellar's going to line the bag when she gets to it. Good. Candy, Hobby Lobby can be really expensive, but like if you're going for things that are specific and you can catch them when they're on sale for half price, that's the best time to go. Okay, Stellar almost went to Joanne's. She texted a friend and asked if she wanted to come, but she was on her way to Hobby Lobby, so I met her there. Yeah. Those 50% off sales at Hobby Lobby are good. Candy, they have sales all the time. They do. Valerie shops Joanne's online. She tries to buy the fabric on sale. That's good. Now, some things they don't have on sale at Hobby Lobby too often, but you can go there. And I've not been to Michael's since they switched and got AC Moore. I really liked AC Moore better than Michael's. They do sometimes have 40 off, 50 off too. They used to Hobby Lobby used to have coupons for 40% off, and unfortunately, they have discontinued those. So that's a bummer. But you got to save money every chance you get. I want to go to Joann's Fabrics later. I've got several projects I need to get out of the way, but I'm thinking like when I get back from getting service dog, I might go because I want some upholstery fabric, and Hobby Lobby didn't have what I want in it. Ah, and Valerie Reese says she gets upholstery fabric to make the wheelchair and walker backs. Candy gets a discount plus free shipping for shopping frequently with them. Ah, nice. Nice. Yeah, what I want to do with some of the upholstery fabric, I've got a chair that I want to recover, certainly, because it's so much cheaper than sending it out. But I got about a year and a half ago, I picked up a little antique looking chair, and I would like to redo that in material that's a little bit cleaner, shall we say. So I want it for that. But I also want to get some material for the van because I have these mattresses, and right now they are just like 4-inch pieces of foam. So I want to try to figure out how to make covers for that. So right now, all I've been doing is taking two twin size fitted sheets, but I want something more. You know, that's okay for a real quick, like overnight thing, but I want something more legitimate, I guess you could say, which means upholstery fabric. And I love that you can get a discount for shopping frequently with them because you got to save. You just have to. Gas is going up, groceries are going up, so every penny saved, it's a big deal these days. So anyhow, let's see. I had something else I was going to say. It's about the van project. We talked about the insulation. Mentioned that with the upholstery. I don't know what I was going to say. I'll get that brain cell will come back to life sometime. Not today. Candy says certain yarns are not always available that I use in the colors that I want. Wow. It is not 30 gallons, $30 for a gallon of gas. Okay, there we go. Just kidding. Okay. Well, I'm glad for that. The most I've ever paid for gas is like $5 rather and 49 cents. And that was on the Alaska, off of the Alaska highway. We'd gone up. And actually, I say off the Alaska highway, we were actually on the Dalton Highway, which is a haul road up in Alaska, and had gone to the Yukon River crossing and beyond, going up to the Arctic Circle, and took a little more gas than what we had thought. We'd filled up in Fairbanks. But $5.50 for gas up there, given the logistics of bringing it up there, oh my gosh, we were so fortunate to even get it. But I am not going to be that grateful if it goes to $5.50 here. Just saying. So yeah, hopefully we will never see $30. But then probably a few decades ago, probably people were saying we would never see $3 a gallon. So I know one place, oh my stars, when we had a little problem with a gas company gouging and they went up to $5 a gallon. But there was a little local mom and pop place, and they only went up for, I don't know, a few days. I don't even think it was a week because like everybody was screaming at Pilot Oil or about Pilot Oil. And one of the little mom and pop gas stations, their gas pumps only went to $4 a gallon. So everybody went down there to fill up when the other company was gouging. And they did get in trouble for gouging. So if you're going to gouge, don't. Anyway, I don't know what it was I was going to say. Now that's going to bother me. I just pulled up Google Drive to make sure I see if I put a note in there about anything, and I didn't. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about that. This has not been the best night for thinking, I will say, or coughing. So, anyhow, what time is it? Okay, we are almost at the hour point. Does anybody else have anything they want to bring up or talk about tonight? Because we've talked about the van, we've talked about crafts, we've talked about my selfie stick. Oh, selfie stick. I talked about using it for a nightlight and using it to read books with and stuff. The other thing that these are amazing for is if you drop something in a corner and it's dark and you cannot see it, the lighted selfie sticks are great because with this head on it, you can adjust it, as you know, and shine the light into the corners a little bit better sometimes than you can with a flashlight because you can get this into smaller places. So that is the other thing that I had wanted to mention. So look, y'all, if you need any ideas on alternative ways to use a selfie stick, if you're vlogging or taking pictures or anything, I have probably done it and can get you covered. This is something I did a lot with the van, especially when something got like underneath the bed. It was not bad at all when I had Tomlin because he could go down there and get underneath the bed usually and get it for me. But when I dropped something and I had trouble seeing it, or if it was something really small, these things are really helpful for that. So, let's see. Peter's asking if I ever gone to look for Bigfoot. No, I have not. I do know people who have, like real life, offline people who have gone to look for him, firmly convinced that it is a different species of humans that are walking around out there. But no, I have not actually gone to look for him or her. So, yeah. Now, I guess you just never know. But she was trying to tell me that there was one that lived in the Smoky Mountains, and I had never, ever, ever heard that before or since. So, I don't know. So, do you go out hunting for Bigfoot? If you find them, you're going to be a very rich person. So, make sure you vlog it. Nice to have light under the bed. Yep, I guess it is. Fortunately, that's not something most of us have to worry about anymore. We worry about that when we're little. So, but yeah, those little spaces and stuff, they're really kind of good to have for that. So, all right. Well, you all, I want to thank you all for coming out this week. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to being joined next week by Laurel. So y'all come and check us out for that. Don't forget, Valerie's got a premiere at 9:00. So really excited for that. Peter, I'm going to go check out your video on your road incident. So mice under the bed. Nope, don't have any of those. I have found a Mickey Mouse stuffed under my bed, though. I will say that. So thank you all for hanging out. Thank you, Jean. You all take care. I got a couple of videos coming out this week still about the breast issue that I had that fortunately just turned out to be precancerous. But I documented the process because I think that there is a idea that you have a breast problem, you go in and it's diagnosed and it's done. But in this case, at least, there was like a ton of testing that had to be done. It was compacted into a very, very short time period. But the information that I was given to go with those tests to prepare was non-existent, wrong, or just flat the pits. So hopefully these videos will help. Then we'll get back to travel and stuff, okay? So anyway, thank you all for watching. I got those videos coming out this week. And then Saturday at 7, we will have Laurel, and I'll be back. So take care, you all. Always, always, always. Hashtag be bodacious. Don't let life get in the way of living. Thanks. Good night, y'all.